Hi, Myra. So just looking at your questions here from this assignment. So for number three by category of event, if you go back into the previous activity here, activity two, this sample here, each of those historical significance of the four events that you took a look at, it had an organizer, and that organizer, you look up there and it had category of events. So in this case, it was amateur versus professional athletics. With Jesse Owens, it was culture and race. With Title IX, it was gender and inclusion. And then for Left on Boylston, it was violence and support. So for the three things that you're going to pick, you're going to pick something that was international, that is important to you, and give it a category. So what was it about that that's important? What was overcome maybe? What was the situation? Excuse me, and you'll create a title for that. Your national one, so same thing, give it some sort of category of event, and then your local one, same thing. So you're trying to just give a category to the event in terms of an important component that it would have been for you, and just sort of clarifying it that way. The next piece to your question would have been number five. So looking for historical, social, and cultural background. So taking a look at that question, which is right here, this activity. So basically you're going to pick a picture, an image, and you're going to sort of explain how it represents your historical, so meaning physical activity. So historically, what have you been involved in terms of physical activity? So this picture should somehow represent that. There might be a social component then tied to that picture in terms of maybe your social structure that you obtained from physical activity. And then a cultural background, which could be tied to it in terms of culture often influences what activities we do. So for example, for myself, I played hockey growing up from a young age to an older age. That's sort of the historical component. Socially growing up, a lot of the people that I then hung out with also played hockey because we made those connections through the sport. And then culturally, hockey is pretty much something that's done by a lot of Canadians. And so culturally, it ended up being something that was important to the little town that I lived in. So this is sort of how you'd go about describing that image. So I hope this helps you out, and best of luck with the assignment. Let me know if you still have questions.